So today we are making a video on the Linux Mint 22. So this is a Cinnamon desktop environment. So I already made the Mac desktop environment and XFCE. So let's quickly boot it in the live boot. So I'm running it on the VirtualBox. My CPU is i5 1240p and RAM is 8 GB. And I didn't choose any hard disk for this specific Linux distro. So it's going to take like 2 or 3 minutes to boot up the desktop. And before that, I'm going to give you a disclaimer that there will be some misspeaking and mistakes throughout the video, because I'm going to keep the video as raw as possible so you can get all the content properly. So you can see all the changes and all the errors and all those things throughout the video. So that's the reason I'm going to keep the video as raw as possible. So let's wait and see how much of time it takes. And we should be seeing our Cinnamon desktop environment. And this is a stable ISO file release. So if you want the beta version video, there is also beta version video which I already made for all the 3 desktop environment. And these are all the releases. And also this is the last desktop environment. I already made the XFCE and the Mac desktop environment. So as you can see, it took like 1.5 minutes to load up the desktop layout. So before changing the display settings, I'm going to show you the system center or the system monitor. Let's scroll it down and find the system monitors to see how much of resources it's consuming. Let's go to the administration. Here is the system monitor, and I'm going to change the display setting after showing all the process. So I didn't touch anything, not even the display settings. So these are all the process which will run as soon as you run the Linux distro or when you start the Linux distro. So these are all the process, and here are all the resources. So it's consuming 1.1 GB of RAM, and remember, I'm running it on a RAM which is a live boot, and I'm running it on the virtual machine, so you need to understand that. So the RAM will be around like a 200-300 MB less when you install it on the bare metal. So it wouldn't be more than that. It should be like a 300-400 MB maximum. So you shouldn't be seeing like a 700-800 MB of difference. You should be seeing just a 300-400 MB maximum. So file system, let's keep it resources. Let's check the system monitor version. About system monitor, so you get the 45.0.2, and we need to run until like 60 seconds or a minute to see whether the graph is stable or not in the CPU. So let's run through the 60 seconds. So pretty much it's stable. Let me change the display settings so you can see properly. So this is the Cinnamon desktop environment. Let's click apply, and I'm going to show all those things. So let's change the settings first, and I'm going to keep the system monitor throughout the video so you can see all the changes. So CPU is around like a 15%, under 15%, and RAM is almost 1 GB, 1.1 GB. So let's open the Firefox web browser and get the information from the official website, and I'm going to show you the downloading process and all those things. So usually Firefox is the default browser of almost every Linux distro, like a 70-80%. And it will take like a 15 to 20 seconds in the live boot or when you run it on the RAM. So here we have the browser. So it kind of looks like a bit of lag for some reason. So usually it should be working properly. It's not an issue with the ISO file. It should be issue with the virtual machines, I guess, because the 2 desktop environment which I made yesterday, so they were running properly, but for some reason Cinnamon is a bit of lag, and it's almost a 1.5 GB. So here is the version you get in every desktop environment, and you should be getting all the applications same in every desktop environment, like a Mac, XFCE and a Cinnamon. The application will be same, just the desktop environment and some version will be same. All the applications will be same, and some changes will be in the desktop environment. So let's type in about support to get some distro information and some browser information. About support, hit enter. So here you can see the version and some other important information like a kernel or system theme. So you just need to pause the video and read everything on your own, like a memory size and all those things. So I'm not going to read because it's going to take a lot of time, so I'm just going to scroll it like this. Just pause the video and read everything. So here are some other information. So if you don't consider it as important, you can just skip this part. So desktop environment, X Cinnamon, display, X11. So here are other information like a monitor and all those things, which is display. You can just pause the video and read everything. So let's go to the official website, which is Linux Mint. Linux Mint. You can just directly type in linuxmint.com and it will take directly to the official website. So let's see we have any release information. So right now it's still on the Linux Mint 21.3 Virginia. So in order to get some new features and all the information, you need to just scroll it down like this, and you should be seeing from the blog latest information. So here is some information of the 22, which is Wilma. So I'm going to show you another type of opening the blog. So when you go to the links, you can find the blog, or you can just scroll it down and get to the blog from here. So here you should be seeing all the date information. So for some reason it's taking a bit of time to open all those things, and there is a bit of lag, as you can see in the animation. So it's a bit of hiccups here and there. So I don't know, for some reason. So CPU is almost 45% and RAM went up to 1.7 GB. So here is some information. Many thanks for your donation. Linux Mint 22 is ready. The release will be announced this week. So you need to wait a week. And here is the beta information if you don't know what's the changes in the Wilma. So all the Firefox information and all the application information will be added in a week, maybe in a week. So more changes will be seen in there. So most of the changes are already available right here, like a system requirements. You need to have like this much of system requirements. So in order to run almost every Linux distro, you need to have like a 4 GB of RAM, and you need to have like a 25 to 30 GB of hard disk. In my opinion, you should be having like a 60 GB of hard disk, 60-70 GB of hard disk, and you need to have like a 4 GB of RAM. And monitor, when you ask about monitor, you should be always it's 2024, you should be having like a 1366 into 768 or maybe 1920 into 1080. Most of the users will be having that much of resolution or the monitor. And if you ask about the CPU, it's better to have like a i3 or i5. And you need to, even if you don't want to buy i5, you can buy i3 with 6th generation, 7th generation, or else the latest generation is also a bit less. You can go with the 12th generation. So 13th generation and 14th generation CPUs has some issues. There are a lot of news about that. If you want, you can read it. So let's get back to the video. So here are all the information. If you click on what's new, so I went down, so let me scroll it up. So here is what's new in the Linux Mint 22 Wilma, and a release note for the Linux Mint 22. Let me click on release notes. So here is all the information of the new features. So it's supported until 2029. So here are some brings refinement and many new features. If you scroll it down, you should be getting all this information. So you have the better language support, and you have the support for new technology, support for popular features, and the software manager, better security, and you already saw all my videos. If you don't know, you can see here. When enabled, these Flatpaks are clearly marked as unverified. I showed everything in previous videos, so if you want, I'm going to show you all those things also again. Here is the matrix. So following the discontinuation of HexChat, Linux Mint moved to the matrix, which is a chat network. And here are some images of the matrix. Here is the Cinnamon desktop environment. Nemo actions can be organized neatly thanks to a new layout editor. So here is the Nemo. Other improvements. Here are some information of the Cinnamon desktop environment. So you can just pause the video and read everything from here, or else you can just go to the official website and get all this information. And here are other improvements. Here is the artwork. So you have a new wallpapers, like a 12-13 few new wallpapers, and main components is Linux Mint 22 features a Linux kernel 6.8. So the latest version which is available right now is 6.10 kernel, and the version you get is 6.8 in the Linux Mint, and an Ubuntu base which is a 24.04 package base. And LTS strategy is like a Linux Mint 22 will receive security updates until 2029, and until 2026 future version of Linux Mint will use the same package base as a Linux Mint 22, making it trivial for people to upgrade. Until 2026 the development team won't start working on a new base and will be fully focused on this one. So you get all the information here. Here is the release note. Known issue, shutdown timeout is early now, so it's going to, for your convenience, the shutdown timeout is reduced to 10 seconds, so you can shut it down easily now. So it should be taking a less time. VirtualBox display settings. So if you have, I'm running it on a VirtualBox right now, I don't face any issue or anything like that, other than some hiccups throughout the video. Increase the video memory to 128 MB. I did it almost 256 MB right now. And disable 3D acceleration. It says video memory for some reason 128 MB. I don't know, I think I kept it like a 256 MB or something like that. And here are some changes like a guest editions, Xorg crash in a virtual machine, thinner Ubuntu fonts, sound issues. So I ran it on the VMware first. I had like a issue, it just froze screen, and I couldn't make a complete video. So if you want to watch that video, the Mac desktop environment had that issue, so I almost covered it, but at the end of the video it was like a just by opening the control center, I opened like some settings, and the screen was completely frozen. So if you want to watch that issue, you can watch it in my Mac desktop environment of Linux Mint 22. So here are some of the information. You can just scroll it down and get all the information. In order to download the ISO files, so you need to go to the mirrors. Let me find the mirrors. So here are the mirrors. And here are complete mirrors. Choose whatever country you want, and I'm going to choose the worldwide, the layer online. So you need to wait, and you should be seeing the Debian stable and testing. You need to go to the stable because this is a stable ISO file, and here you have all the other versions. So we need a 22 which is released on 22nd July. Let me click on 22, and you should be seeing 3 desktop environment which has the same file size. So I already made the Mac desktop environment XFCE, and here is the Cinnamon. So let's click on the Cinnamon, and the ISO file will be downloaded in a few seconds. I'm using a VPN, so it's a bit slow here. Let me close it. So we got all the information. If you don't get anything, just go to the official website and read slowly there. You should be getting all the information in the official website, or you can just wait for a week and you should be getting all the information. So let me open the terminal to get some distro information. So let's make it bigger so you can see properly. Let me pull it like this. So as you can see, it's not a smooth experience using the Cinnamon desktop environment in the VirtualBox. It should be good in the VMware, but sometimes the VMware will be having issues, just like a frozen screen and all those things, so I can't make a video. So you need to try it in the live boot, or you can try it in the bare metal. It's better to wait for like a week at least, because we don't know whether we have some bugs or anything like that. Usually it should be good with the nothing without any bugs, but if you have already stable version running or the stable current operating system running properly, it's better to wait for the upgrade like a week. And after watching all the other videos in the YouTube channel, it's better to go with the upgrade. Don't just try upgrade right now. It's better to wait for a few days, because when you already have the good stable running operating system, it's better to not to ruin it because of some bugs. So till now we didn't find any bugs or anything, but we don't know, it's better to wait or else you can try it in the virtual machine or a live boot also if you can't wait. So the version you get in the terminal is version 3.52.0 for the GNOME 46. Let me type in some commands like inxi and hit enter. Here is my CPU, kernel, storage and all the information. inxi-b. So just pause the video and read everything. So the desktop environment you get is a Cinnamon 6.2.7. Distro is a Linux Mint 22 Wilma. Kernel, host, and I'm running it on the VirtualBox. So here is some VirtualBox image information. Here is the battery information. Here is the CPU, graphics, and network drives and other information is right here. Let me type in inxi-F. Hit enter. So I forgot to type in a capital letter, so let me do it. inxi-F, and here is all the information. So let me type in inxi capital G. Hit enter, and you have all the information. So let me type in cat /etc /issue. Here is Linux Mint 22 Wilma. Now let me type in neofetch. Hit enter. So here is all the information like a theme, icons, terminal, CPU, GPU and all the information. So let me type in inxi-sv8. So you should be getting all the distro information right here, so you can't miss anything. So you get the Bluetooth vulnerabilities and repos and all those information right here. As you can see, system, machine, battery, PCI, CPU, all the information. So my voice is going for some reason, so let me do the video like that. Let's try to make a video right here. So you should be getting all the display resolution here. So available monitors. So here is the network, audio and Bluetooth and all the other information like a partition, swap and all those things. Here are the repos, process, memory, info and all those things. Let me type in htop. So htop is not pre-installed, so you can install it by copying the command, which is sudo apt install htop, or you can type in like that. So let me close it. Let's go to the installation now. Open. So you get the same installer, so it is nothing change in the installation. So I'm going to show you the basic features or the basic installation process. So if you already know how to install the Linux distro, it's better to skip this part. So it's going to take a few seconds. Usually the installer will be taking like 15 to 20 seconds in my PC. So Ubuntu has the new installer, but we are still waiting in the Linux Mint. So that's my opinion. It should be, if you like the old installer still, you can like it. So I want to see a new installer. So that's my opinion. So we need to wait for the language selection. So there are a lot of languages available here. Choose whatever language you want. Click on continue. And here is the keyboard layout. Choose your language. There are plenty of language here. And choose your keyboard variant here. You can even detect your keyboard layout, or you can type here to keyboard layout. Click on continue. So it should take again like a 5-6 seconds or maybe more. So CPU went up to 70% for some reason. RAM is almost 1.5 GB. And here you need to have an hard disk. I didn't choose any virtual disk even in the VirtualBox, so that's the reason it's saying like this. So you need to choose your multimedia codecs, and when you click on next, you should be seeing erase disk and something. So basically erase disk is going to option is like it's going to delete whatever hard disk you choose. It's going to erase everything in that specific hard disk, and it's going to install the Linux Mint 22 Wilma on it. Even if you have like a current operating system, it's going to erase everything. So that's the meaning of erase disk install. And something else will be like you need to create a partition before, and you can install the Linux Mint 22 on that specific partition. And you should be having two operating systems or dual boot options in the boot option or the boot menu. So you should be running like a two operating systems. So that's the meaning of that thing. So I'm going to close it because we don't have a virtual disk. I didn't keep any virtual disk for the virtual machine or virtual box. So there is nothing change in the installation. If you don't know, or if you're a newcomer to Linux, it's better to watch like a short videos in the YouTube, like an installation. There are a lot of videos in the YouTube for the installation of Linux Mint in the hard disk or a virtual disk. And I already made like a 3000 videos. I already made installation videos tutorials, but I don't want to recommend that because my videos will be a lot lengthy, like a 20-25 minutes. The videos will be that much of lengthy. I don't want you to get bored just by watching the installation, because I'll be covering all the features and all those things. So that's the reason my videos will be 20-25 minutes. So it's better to watch installation like 4 to 5 videos of installations from different channels, which will be short videos. Like watch like a 2 or 3 minutes videos, and you should be getting all the information without getting bored. So let's check some desktop features. So date and calendar, same. Here is the power settings. You can set it according to your customization. So customize according to your wish. I'm running it on the laptop, so that's the reason it says as like this. Let me close it. Here is the volume, and you can set all the sound settings, and you can customize according to your wish. Output, input, sounds, applications, settings, and all those things. Let me close it. So here is the network connection. You can set the network and all this customization. So you can use whatever you want here. OpenVPN, Bluetooth. So these are all the basic things. You can set it on your own. So here is a notification. So you can change the notification settings and clear the notifications. It's again the customization thing. So let's see the panel settings. And you can customize your panel, and you can change the zone, right zone, center zone, left zone, and you can add a new panel. You can change the height, and you can auto hide the panel like a Windows 11, same like a Windows 11. So that's that thing. So here are the applets, and you can remove the panel, add a new panel. You can move the panel. Here are some system settings. So you can download the applets from here if you want. So these are all the same things you saw in the older version also. So there is nothing new changes here. So let me open backgrounds. So they said there are a lot of backgrounds available. When you go to the Wilma, there are all the wallpapers which is available in the Wilma, and they mentioned in the beta version release notes. So there should be stable release notes also. So you should be seeing all those things. So these are all the wallpapers you get from the Linux Mint 22 Wilma. So they have like maybe like a 20 wallpapers, I guess. So you can customize according to your wish. So I'm going to keep this wallpaper, which is simple and quite nice for me. So you can change the background color, you can zoom. So again, these are all same things. So just the backgrounds are changed here. So these are all the backgrounds. I'm going to keep this wallpaper because it's nice and simple. So let's go to the files. Let me open. Here is the file system. You can see the kernel folder here. You can even customize according to your. Let me go to the preference. So there is also some information of the Nemo in the official website. You can check it out. I already showed everything in the previous videos or in the beta version. So it's going to be a waste of time to show everything again. So the version you get is 6.2.6. You can view the folders, you can change all the sidebar, menu bar and all those things, list view, compact view, everything. So let me close it. So what else we have here? Let me go to the control center. So it's taking a bit of time here. Here are the effects and font selection. You can change the fonts if you want. Here are the themes. Linux Mint has plenty of themes usually. So let's see the themes also. So it is taking a time here. So can't even properly move. There is a bit of hiccups here and there. So as you can see, here are accessibility, account details. So I don't know, for some reason themes is not opening. I think we need to wait for some more time, I guess. So let's open the startup applications if it allows us. So here is the themes. Here is the dark theme, light theme. I'm going to change the color to this one. Here is the advanced setting. Here are the themes. You can change the applications by clicking on the applications. If you want to change icons, you can change it. Here is the mouse pointer. Here you can add or remove. Here is the settings. So it's taking a bit of time, so I'm going to keep it like that. So something is in the background. Here is the extensions. You can manage your extensions. You can even download. Let's get back. Here is the general. And what else we have, like a gestures. So gestures are disabled. You can enable swipe, pinch, tap settings. You can do it on the mouse cursor, I guess, like a laptop mouse. So here is a hot corners. Language, they already mentioned the better language support also. So here you can see. And notifications, already mentioned the notifications. And we have the online accounts. So it is taking a bit of time and it is a bit of delay while opening the applications. Panel, we already saw the panel, so let's go back. And here is the online accounts. You can add your accounts there. Preferred applications. You can change if you have multiple applications. And a screensaver, which is not anything, and there is nothing in the screensavers. So here is the startup. You can add, you can remove, do whatever you want according to your wish. Here is the window tiling. Let's get back. And what else we have here? Power management, which I already mentioned and showed. So here is the system information. I already showed everything. So this is some basic. I pretty much covered every information in the terminal or the commands by typing the commands in the beginning of the video. So there is nothing left in the control center, I guess. Let's see the software sources and also the driver manager. So software sources, you can change your mirrors if you want. PPAs, additional repositories, authentication keys, and the maintenance. Let me close all those things. So let's open some applications to see how much of resources it's consumed, and we will see whether we get any pop-ups of not responding or any bugs or anything like that. Usually you shouldn't be seeing anything. So I didn't show you pre-installed applications, what you get. So these are all the pre-installed applications, though there is no bloatware or anything like that, just the basic applications. So there is no bloatware, just the LibreOffice and Matrix and some other applications are added. So as you can see, these are all the applications you get. Let me open some applications and see how much of resources it consumes. So it's a stable release. Even if it's a stable release, it's better to wait like a week, and then if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade. When you get all the information in the official website, you can go with the upgrade if you want. So Office, I think we need to open the LibreOffice to see the information of LibreOffice. And on the accessories, I already showed all the applications which comes pre-installed. So on the graphics, what you get, no GIMP or anything, so it's pretty much pre-installed. You get all the simple or the basic applications. You don't get any bloatware or anything like that, so that's a good news. Let me open the matrix. On the office, what we have, we already opened the LibreOffice. On the internet, I think I even opened the Thunderbird mail. Office, sound and audio, you don't get a VLC media player, that's a good thing. So there is nothing changed in this application, so it's a waste of time to open that. And let me open the software manager, because I need to show you the unverified thing. So I already showed in almost every desktop environment, so let me show you in this video, because some viewers doesn't watch other desktop environment videos because they want the specific desktop environment. So that's the reason I need to show every information in most of every desktop environment. So let's open the what we have here. So we don't have anything here. We already showed every startup applications and all those things. So let me keep it like this. So these are all the applications we needed. So here is the resources. It's consuming almost like a 3 GB of RAM and CPU up to 35-40%. So when you open like a 5 to 6 applications, it will be consuming like a 3 GB of RAM. So these are all not the heavy resource consuming applications like GIMP. GIMP doesn't consume, but when you open with a GIMP, Blender, Krita, Inkscape, when you open this much of applications which consumes a bit of resources, so you can see whether it is a bit of lag or anything like that. You should be seeing a bit of lag in this video, but it should be an issue with the VirtualBox, because VMware had also the same issue. It just froze the screen of a Mac desktop environment. So it should be running good on the bare metal. So if you test in the bare metal, do let me know in the comment section. It will help other viewers too. So and mention what you use your CPU, and mention how much of RAM and all those information, so it will be easy for them to identify whether to use this Linux system or not, or it's better to wait like that. So do let me know in the comment section. So let's check all the information, like what version we get. So you get the 24.2.4.2 of the LibreOffice. Let me close it. So as you can see, I can switch the applications instantly without any lag or anything, which I already showed in almost every video. So here is the matrix. If you want to connect to matrix, you can do that. I'm not going to do that. Here is the web apps, about 1.3.7. You already know how to add the web apps. Just type in the URL like Instagram, and you should be seeing the icon change here. Instagram, as you can see, the icon automatically changed. When you do with the YouTube, you should be seeing YouTube icon now, and it changed to YouTube. You can add this URL. You already know all those things, so it's a waste of time to show all those things. So the version you should be getting is Nebula of a Thunderbird. Let me show you the version. I think the version is like a 126 or something like that. Let's see. So it's a 128.0.1 ESR, and it's called as a Nebula. So let me close the Thunderbird. And Firefox version, which I already showed in the beginning, and the file manager, and even I showed that thing also. So here is the software manager. So when you go with the first, let me show you the version. You should be getting 8.3.2. Let me show you the preference. So here is that option or the new change here. So Flatpaks, show unverified Flatpaks, not recommended. Let me show you. When you check this button or toggle the on button, you need to go and search some applications. For example, like a Google Chrome. Let me make it bigger and show you properly. Google Chrome, and let me click on enter, and here you can see that symbol Unverified Flatpak. So you should be seeing this when you toggle that. So if you want to install, you can install. The version you get is 126. So it says as a stable, and there is nothing changed in the details or anything. You just the Flatpak, Unverified Flatpak with a red text or the red text font. So let me close it. So I pretty much covered everything, so there is nothing left. At the end of the video, these are all the resources after opening application settings and all the desktop features. Go through and run through everything. So these are all the resources, and these are all the processes running at the end of the video. Let me scroll it down. So these are all the resources or the process. CPU 35%, RAM 1.8 GB. So even they recommended like we need to have like a 4 GB of RAM, 100 GB of hard disk, and other information is in the official website, which is like a display monitor. So let me close the video and end the video. So let's check the logout screen. So there is no password for the live boot. You don't need to any password or anything. Change the password by creating an account. So here are other sessions, which is Cinnamon and Wayland, which is experimental. Let me log in and show you. So that was the sound from the Linux distro. So let me change to the information. Let's first change the display setting. So before it was Wayland. No, not the Wayland, it was X11. Let me show you right now. Let me keep new configuration. So let's open the browser. So you should be taking like a browser will be taking like a time like 15 to 20 seconds, but we have already opened. So let me type in about support, hit enter, and we should be seeing some information here. Let me scroll it down. So it's a bit of hiccups and a bit of lag when I am moving the mouse scroller, and also the background here you can see the wallpaper didn't properly load. So it should be issue with the VirtualBox. So the ISO file is not having any issues. So Wayland window protocol, as you can see, Wayland. So let me close it. Let me close the display settings and end the video here. So I think there is some issue here. Desktop. So I'm going to log out and end the video. And also I will be posting 2 videos daily. This one is the first video. The video will be available in a few seconds, like a few hours, like a 1 or 2 hours. So you should be seeing 2 videos. When you're watching this video, you should be seeing another video which will be available in my channel. So here there are some other sessions also. So there is nothing changed in the logout screen or a login screen, and I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. Peace out.